first one, write 25 things that you're grateful for, but you take for granted on a daily basis. There are some kids that are writing paragraphs for each one, right? And that was humbling to see, because it's like, oh, you really do care about this stuff. You're writing me a whole description on it right now. I appreciate that, because this has definitely been, I think it's been about what, 3 months doing the higher cause. Huge shift. I mean, I'm talking about guys who I would come in and say good morning, and they just have their hoods on, earphones on, not really caring about what's to come in class. Now it's like, okay, well, what do you have for us? You're smart. Well, what are you going to teach us today? Right? What lesson are we doing today on higher cause? Now they're engaged and they want to know. And that's what it's all about for me. That's what makes me happy.
The Higher Cause Fellowship helps students generate ideas and focus on ideas that are bigger than themselves and that serve people other than themselves. And I think for a lot of high school students, sometimes they don't get the opportunity to think about causes that are that big. So I know this time around we have kids who are supporting other people who don't have access to education, who don't have access to mental health services, who are incarcerated and are trying to be in school while they're incarcerated. And I know that those ideas are, the students I have feel are much more important than maybe their day-to-day lives, but are something that they can involve themselves in and be a part of.
Bigger than self, right? Higher cause. I mean, thinking how you're going to be bigger than yourself, not thinking for yourself, but helping other people out. Being involved in your community, right? Looking at your community and seeing, how can I make a difference?
It's really, really cool for Higher Cause to be an organization where kids are doing something for others. They're still going to be able to put something in their applications that says they were part of this organization and here's what they accomplished, but at the end of the day, they still contributed to something beyond themselves.
The exciting piece of it is that, once our kids completed the Higher Cause projects, the immediate reaction of the school community is how can we do that again? And how could more kids get involved? And so there is a certain degree as a principal, when you see a groundswell happening in your school around something that's very purpose driven, you don't want to stop that. You want to say, yes, let's keep that going as quickly as we can.